So this evening I am going to reconstitute another glutathione. It's only 400 milligrams. And I am going to use my sodium chloride, bacteriostatic sodium chloride, because I heard that this is better than just regular backwater to reduce the sting. It still has sting though, and I've been diluting it more. So this is going to take 4 milliliters of backwater. Then I have to take 200 units just to make that up. So I ordered the glutathione transport water, and I'm waiting for it to get here to reconstitute my larger milligram bottles of glutathione. I'm doing this to break a stall. I'm also adjusting my diet to go way up in protein and calories. And then I got to start dropping down and continue with this stack of peptides that I'm using now. So I just washed my hands. And I'm going to open this because I take this injection in the morning with 2 others. And this one is the Lawyer Lock syringe. So I'm going to pull that out, trash that. And it has a little lock on it. I need to get more of those as well. I'm waiting for an order to come in. But I do need to go check and see how many more I can get. I usually get them from AliExpress for this kind of syringe. And some of my half milliliter ones. Okay, so you open the needle about that far and you unscrew that cap, and then you want to immediately connect this Lawyer Lock syringe to the needle. Okay. And make sure that it's tight, and I don't think it's tight. So I'm gonna, there we go. Now it's all the way pressed down. I can't see a gap. So this only has 3 milliliters in it, so I have to do this 4 milliliter. In order to do 4 milliliter, I either have to fill this all the way up or do 2 and 2. So I'm going to take my saline. It's actually sodium chloride. I'm going to pop my bottle cap off of the glutathione, and this is the 400 milligram. Oop, I forgot my... You need to have, I thought I had some here, these alcohol swabs. And nice trick, if you have a Dollar General, they have alcohol swabs, a whole box of 100 or something like that, or 200 for $1.25. Anyway, you take that and clean the top of that off. Clean the top of this glutathione off. You're going to take the needle off of here and pull this back. I think I might do 2 and 2. I don't know, maybe 3. All right, so I pulled it all the way back to 3. And I'm going to put it into the 9%, bacteriostatic 9% sodium chloride. So it does have that alcohol in it to preserve it. Okay, let me get this in here. There we go. And you're probably going to ask why I have 2 needles. Because on this one in particular, since I have to do so many units just to make the dose, because it's so watered down, I'm just pulling this in. I'm going to put it in that glutathione. But I can just unscrew this needle and put a new needle on for my injection. So that's going to work perfectly. And that one will be done. And I have to go get my other ones that I'm going to prepare. Tomorrow, I actually can prepare them as when I get up. Because this one I like to have standing overnight. It doesn't sting as much if it's standing out. So I got to see the 3. We're almost there. There we go. A little bit more. Oh, push the air back up. That was good. So now it's coming out a little bit faster. And there we have the 3. I'm going to sterilize the top of this again with my alcohol swab. And I'm going to put that in the center of this vial, this big vial. And you can see that the needle is going, the water is going all by itself. It's just dripping down the side of the vial. Okay. The water is going in. You can see the water in the bottom, but you tip your needle up a little bit. There we go. I should get my needles ready for tomorrow morning and do all of them. Might just do that. We'll see. Okay, and then that way I don't have to do them in the morning. And there we have it. That's 3 milliliters of water. So I'm going to roll that around. Okay. I'm going to make sure that it gets. Then I have to do my sodium chloride again. We need 1 more milliliter. So I'm going to pull this back, push air in there. And the needles get dull pushing it through this rubber stopper all the time. So you don't want to do that when you're injecting, because then I have trouble getting the needles into my skin anyway. I just have tough skin, I guess. I've bent a few, and all kinds of stuff. So here comes the water. Sodium chloride, bacteriostatic water. And push that back up, get the air out. Oh, you can hear it. Here we go. There's a bubble in there, but I think I've accounted for that. So I'm almost out of that, so I hope my glutathione transport water comes in. Then I am going to, again, do this one. I'm just rolling this around to get that done. Okay. And once again, I'm going to put this in the middle, and it should go all by itself. There it goes. And that's all the water we need in there. Actually, sodium chloride, bacteriostatic water. Now, that takes care of that. I'm going to plug this needle. And I have another needle here, ready to go. So I'm going to make sure that this is all reconstituted and clear and ready. There's still some in the bottom, you see. Swirling it does help sometimes. So these smaller 400 milligram vials only gives me 2 doses on this particular peptide. No, there's still more. Always seems to get stuck in that edge there. sure it's all dissolved. Almost. Almost. There we go. Nope. Thought it was, but it wasn't. Okay. I think it's all gone on the bottom now, and it's all reconstituted. Okay. Now, again, this is getting a little dried out. That's why I leave my alcohol out here. Put a little more alcohol on here. Wipe the top again, since I've been rolling it around in my hands. Take the same, and my dose is going to be 2. So I'll pull it back to 2. Put that in here. Push that in. Pull out my dose. Very interesting. Oh, it doesn't want to pull down. They're so vacuum sealed, it's hard to get them to pull down, especially this one. Okay, and you see it's dripping. Sometimes I go like that just to get it to come down. And this is an intramuscular injection, so it needs a longer needle just to inject the peptide. So you can do it in the thigh or in the glute. I've kind of rotate them because I do get a little bit of a lump. I can't wait to get the glutathione transport water, and hopefully I won't get any sting then. So I got to come down to 2. We're getting there. Get that air out. This is very slow when it's so vacuum sealed. Push the air out. Some more. And there we are. I'm going to get that bubble out on the top. Go right to 2. I don't know, there's still a bubble. Get that out. Okay, that's good. Now, I should have another dose. So on this, I'm going to close this for now. I'm going to sterilize this, and it goes in the refrigerator now. Sterilize the cap. I know Dr. Hottie says don't use these caps, but I don't want to leave it open. So put the cap on there. They're both sterilized. So there we have that. I'm going to sterilize this, which is the cap for the Bacteriostatic Sodium Chloride. Okay. And the bottle. Again, put the cap on it. I'll show you what I'm going to do with this needle. I have the needle for tomorrow morning here. I will connect that just like I did before. And then on this little lawyer lock, I pour in some alcohol, turn it around so that, now I'm going to take this needle off. I'll try and take the, there we go, unscrews. I'm going to put the lawyer lock back on. Now, I'm going to leave that out overnight. In the morning, I'll put the new needle on there to do the injection. And that takes care of that. Throw the old needle away in a special disposable case. And I will go get my other meds for tomorrow morning and actually prepare those for the morning because I have to go somewhere tomorrow. There you go. See you at the next round.